Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We saved this from the scrapper. Let's see if we can get it running. Y'all come along. So this is a Toro time cutter, 60-inch zero turn. It has been sitting up in a field surrounded by briars and everything else for the past 2 years, possibly 3. It was donated to us to see if we could get it running, and of course our old Hustler is starting to wear down, so we wanted to get something different. Hey, I like doing these will it runs anyway, so it was a prime candidate. But there you go for a 60-inch. Briars is still hubbed up in it. It don't look like it's been used very much. The seat ain't even ripped, and it's been sitting, like I say, sitting outside untouched 2 to 3 years. So I did go by and get a battery. We're going to install the battery. I've done checked most everything. There is a little bit of gas, maybe a 1/4 of an inch in the bottom of the tank. We're just going to put fresh in it and try it. I don't even know how many hours is on it. So can we get this thing running? Well, let's just see. Hope so. Maybe we can. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at. I know it ain't a tractor, but it's a will it run. I like doing will it runs. It even came with the key. I believe that. Got the key. Check the oils. The oils are still clean. Good. Hammy, what are you doing outside your cage, boy? Little pot-bellied pig walking around the yard. I'll have to shoot him back in his cage directly. The only mess up on it is because of me. Yep, I'm going to admit it. I messed up, but I don't care. It's just superficial. I had to winch this up on the trailer, and I hooked to that bumper guard, and as you can see, it bent the P-wad out of that. Ain't nothing that a hammer can straighten up later. Like I say, I don't care. I don't know if it's a Kawasaki engine or what. It's kind of hard to read the data decal on that. I do have the serial number, model number, because more than likely we're probably gonna have to get some blades for it. But yeah, how many of y'all had Toros? I've never owned a Toro. Kind of interesting to see how it works out. What's all the problems with these? Y'all can just bleep bloop down in the comments and let me know what kind of issues these machines have. But donated, free 99, I can't complain. My wonderful son-in-law and his dad had it on some property, been sitting there that they got. They say come get this thing out of the way, because they're starting to clear up a bunch of stuff's going to scrap. So this was technically going to be going to scrap, and I said, no, let me take care of that and see if I can get it going. You know, worst case, it's good bones, good parts. I mean, even if the motor's shot, just get another motor. You got a good zero turn. Honestly and truthfully, it looks like the original tires, and it don't look like it's been used very much at all. So I'm really, really anxious to see what the hour meter says, if it works, and if this thing runs. So I'm gonna get ready and dump some gas in it, and we're gonna hook up a new battery. We're just gonna turn the switch and see what happens. You never know. Fingers crossed. It'll run or it won't, right? So let's get started. Well, let's get started by putting the battery in, since I got the tools out, the battery sitting here. In my infinite wisdom, being very hopeful, I went ahead and stopped off at a local Walmart and bought and took the old battery out and let them have that for a core, and got this new one. So yeah, the battery is out of it. We're gonna put this new one in. But look at that battery tray, y'all. There ain't even no rust on it. So, and I don't know how it's doing it unless the sun is solaring it or not. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that. And with the battery out of it, the timer says 44.8 hours. I hope y'all can see that. Now once we put the battery in, we're gonna check it again. But if that's the case, it ain't even made it to its first oil change yet. It's 2 hours away from its first oil change. Isn't that crazy? And just sitting there. So I'm gonna set y'all up where we can get this battery in, and we'll go from there. So I bought the cheapest Walmart special that they had, and most of y'all know that batteries are starting to get a little bit crazy in pricing. But even the bungee cord, look, it still got the plastic tab on it where it has some kind of label or something. Isn't that crazy? We're gonna put the bungee on it. Negative goes here. It's even got a plastic wing nut. Yeah, I don't know how good that's gonna be. And put our positive on. Okay, battery is hooked up. The hour meter ain't changed, so if that's accurate, 44.8. All right, will it bump over? Solenoid. Solenoid's activating. Now it ain't doing nothing. Okay. And I know the seat might have something to do with it, but I doubt it. I know there's safeties all over this thing. Yeah, he ain't wanting to do nothing right now. But no problem. We'll jump back solenoid if we have to. Let's go ahead and get some gas in this thing. And I bought some Berryman B12 like gas treatment I'm gonna put in with it. So let me do that, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, here we are 7 days later. There's a lot that I didn't get filmed because I was in a time crunch. But here's the mower. It's not on the trailer, but fun story time. So where we left off is it wouldn't start with a starter solenoid, and I jumped it over with a starter solenoid. It'd fire off and run when you spray some stuff in the carb. And then I realized that the fuel pump wasn't pumping fuel after we cleaned the tank out. So went and got the starter solenoid, fuel pump, new set of blades, and got back, started pumping fuel, starter solenoid working right, still wouldn't crank run. Finally had to break down and clean the carburetor out real good, and got it running halfway decent. And then started having issues with it wanting to go and drive and all that. You know, these sensors and safety switches. It's a safety mess, I tell you what. So anyway, I got to run, move, and drive. Activate your PTO for your mower deck. It just sit there and squeal the belt. So took belt off, found that the center spindle was completely froze up. So then I had to just shut everything down and order parts. Ordered a new spindle. I'm fixing to put that back in here, put all this mess back together, and we're gonna go try to mow a little bit with it. Now, there's always something that happens, and I've talked about this in a lot of my videos before, but let's see if y'all can catch it. Do you see anything out of the normal on this side right here? Drop it in the comments. Yes, that is a brand new fuel pump, diaphragm fuel pump. Less than 10 minutes of run time and it's already coming apart. I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. New parts nowadays in time are complete junk. And you have to pay more money for more junk. I don't know when these manufacturers is gonna get the hint that screwing your base out there for profit margin ain't gonna cut it. Several things I bought for these tractors, mowers, whatever, don't last. That's ridiculous. Have any of y'all had that same problem? I run into this all the time working on this mess. Parts don't last nowadays like they used to. They need to figure out that they can do better, and they can produce something a little better than that. I know it's a money racket. They want parts to fail, so you have to buy more parts. But that kind of crap is aggravating. And yes, I get it. I may get a bad part here and there. That's going to happen. I get that. But it just seems like that happens to me almost on every project. It's crazy. So literally 10 minutes of runtime, that fuel pump failed. So I've got another fuel pump and a fuel filter. I'm gonna replace that. And I saved the receipt, and I'm gonna take this back and get my $22 back. Yeah, a diaphragm fuel pump's $22 now. It's crazy. These parts prices are crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Try to get some of this put back together. It's very basic. I'm not gonna show it. I'll just bring it back in. 4 bolts, 4 bolts. Once you get the spindle bolted up, put your pulley on, tighten it up, slide your deck back underneath here and put all that mess back together. Then we'll tackle the fuel pump. Then we're gonna go mow a little bit. But this motor runs really good. I think I told y'all in the last video, or last week, I think I told y'all last week whenever I was looking at it and showed you, I think got like 48 hours on it. And I was told that it was sitting for about 2 to 3 years. I think it's been sitting more like 5 or 6 years. Because on the date codes for your engine down here, it shows a 2020 model. So I think whoever owned it before wrapped up some hay twine in that spindle and they parked it out in the field and left it. So their loss is my gain. But let's see if we can get this thing put back together and see this Toro 60-inch time cutter cut a little bit of grass. Well, it's back together. let's cross our fingers that it runs. So give it a little choke. Not bad, not bad. Looks good. Of course, with that behead grass shoots, you know, even with new blades, sometimes you got to go over it twice. But hey, that done real good. We're going to put it to some more work, and I want to run a couple of tanks of gas through it and make sure it's good to go, so we can mow some grass here coming up. To stand behind the wall to block the wind so it ain't so windy on y'all, and it's hot today. But anyway, Toro 60-inch time cutter, 0-turn mower. I think it said about 5 years. It's running again. Now, I told y'all in the beginning of the video, it got donated to us for the cause, you know, cause I needed one and they didn't want it or need it. So, to break it down for you of what all I've done and the cost factors, I bought a new battery. I knew the battery was shot. I bought some expendables like Barryman's B12, gas treatment, some carb spray. One of them tires was really in rough shape. I figured it needed some slime, so I bought some slime. Fuel pump, solenoid, blades, and then I had to get another fuel pump, which I'm going to get my money back on that other one, and a spindle. You add all that up, that's about $220. And that thing's still got less than 50 hours of run time on it, sitting up. It ain't even got it to its first oil change yet. So that's not bad. That shows you that you can go out there and y'all can find stuff. If you want to put a little elbow grease time and you got the knowledge and know-how, you can get some of this stuff where you ain't going out there spending $4,000 and $5,000. That's a $5,000 machine looking at it right now, if you used to go buy it new. I done looked them up. So I'm happy with that. if it gives me just a year's of service, it's worth it. I'm hoping it'll give me about 4 or 5 years of service, though. We'll see. Who knows? But I know this ain't tractors, but it is grass, mowing, all that kind of stuff. So will it run? It did. Took a little bit, but it did. But listen, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all in the next video.